What's up, guys and gals? Welcome to the Nerdcast for the next episode of Red Faction Guerrilla, where we will destroy this crate because it pleases me. Splat wills it. Ah, especially that little piece right there. Really? You remain erect in my presence, sir? I don't think so. Now then, let's go ahead and buy some upgrades because we have a bunch of scrap sitting around, and in this situation, I think it's probably good to upgrade our armor. I'm not really sure how much the armor helps. It seems like you still take a similar amount of damage even after upgrading it, but it seems expensive, so maybe it does something nice. We're going to take the salvage collector and the ore additive because that allows us to pick up our scrap from inside of a car, and also the ore additive allows us to get more. As we talked about in the previous episode, the ore additive is going to allow you to get an extra bit of ore out of every single node that you wipe out, which comes out to 3 extra ore for every, or 3 extra salvage for every single one that you wipe out. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually is over the course of an entire game. And then we'll upgrade our remote charges twice so that we can deploy 6 of them, and that'll be super, super awesome. Now, what we need to do today, in the previous episode, you may have realized that we have liberated this sector, and you're probably saying to yourself, well, what do you do now? Quite obviously, we move to the next sector off to the east called Dust, and we'll take a look at the map. We'll talk about that, but Dust is where shit starts to get real. You've got Will Smith and like Martin Lawrence running around all over the place. It's not really that great, but at the same time, you keep watching because it's sort of funny in like a weird 90s way, like a pre-Independence Day sort of way. So, you know, you let it go. But we're going to go off over here and we'll talk about this zone is going to be quite a bit more complicated than Parker. Parker functioned as a bit of a tutorial, whereas Dust is the deep end of the pool where you're finally going to be reinforced against like the entire EDF and things like that. You're going to have dozens upon dozens of men trying to murder you, just loads and loads of enemies really. And so what I want to do is we want to take this very, very slow. We want to do small-scale guerrilla actions. We don't really want to tangle with any of the major EDF installations until we've gotten further on in. Let's have a look here. It should hit us up for a courier right when we get here, which is a good way to earn ourselves a little bit of extra control and morale.
A courier is bringing tactical info to some troops. Find that courier and secure the information.
Okay, so the courier comes out over here, as I remember. Yeah, he's going to stop right in over here. And what we want to do is we actually want to block the road slightly. And we want to set up like a sort of booby trap here. And what I would say we would prefer is to do something like that. Okay, and the courier has now been blown up. What we need is this. We've got that. Now we need to jump inside of our vehicle, which is quickly being shot to pieces by the EDF. Okay, that's not going to work. So now we focus on running away, because it's our only option now. Oh hell, we are surrounded and we are boned. There are no vehicles for us to steal. And so in this situation, oh, we have a red alert too. Okay, so I need a vehicle. I need a vehicle very, very badly. And until we find one, we are hosed. I can hide inside this building until they decide to nade it. That's the sad part. I guess I'll go ahead and start putting the DACA into some of these guys, although we don't really have the bullets for a protracted engagement. They do, however, have shotguns, which might make our lives a little bit easier. I don't know. Oh god. Okay, so there's a vehicle off over there to the right that I'm sort of leaning towards. I'm just gonna let them file through like GoldenEye style and just wipe them out as they come in. God, these guys are dumb as hell. Sooner or later, we're just going to run out of bullets. That's all there is to this. They don't ever stop reinforcing, so we need to like come up with an extraction strategy here. There's a vehicle. However, the driver does not appear too willing to give up. The vehicle's despawned. Okay, so we've got further problems. Let's think about maybe... Well, okay, so there's our... There's our option right there. That's what we're going for. So I'm going to hole up back in here again. I'm going to throw this out here, though. Oh, good. We have Red Faction people on our side. Ooh, that landed a little bit too far. Never mind. I thought that was going to be good, but nope. Oh, nade. Yep. Gotta watch out for that shit. And now the Guerrilla's dead. I think some explosive charges out here would probably aid in this situation. There we go. Get him out of the way, and then we'll machine gun him once he's on the ground because I don't believe in playing fair. Yeah, we're not going to make it out of this one, I don't think. I mean, we'll make it out one way or another. Probably in a body bag is what it's looking like now, but... it's the shotguns that you have to be concerned about. The shotguns are really kind of a big problem right here. I just can't extract into the shotgun. Oh my god, they're coming from that way too. We are pinned down as hell. Well, luckily we're getting a whole bunch of morale out of this because of all of the killing sprees, so that'll work to our advantage eventually. I think I'm going to take whatever I can get right now, and let's just get the hell out of here. So what we need to do now is we've wiped out the Courier. We haven't brought it back yet, I don't think. We need to bring it back to... oh my god, the safe house is a long ways away. We may not make this. This is going to be sketchy in a Vespa. Incredibly sketchy. But we might be able to get away for a couple minutes anyway, so they ram us off the road and then kill us in the middle of the street like dogs. Yeah, I was going to say. I got... oh, arc thrower. Nope. Oh, please don't flip. Oh my god, that would have been awful. That would have been an embarrassing, embarrassing end to this lovely little goose chase that we've put the Eddies on. The Eddies! The lovely little Eddies. Run, Vespa! Putt putt to your heart's desire. Putt 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 putt. Go! I name you Arnold, the derpiest vehicle I've ever driven. Luckily, the enemy is as bad at shooting as you are at going fast, so I think we'll probably be okay here. But they've shot out all my windows. You know, you would be amazed how difficult it is to find an actual good auto body shop here on Mars. It seems like an easy thing to find because, like, in your hometown, there's like a trillion of them, but on Mars, an auto body shop, they're nowhere. I find it weird that we're still not being chased. I mean, that's fine.
All right, it's quiet now. Transmitting.
Good. Maybe there's something we can use against the EDF here.
Yay! The mission was finally a success. Huzzah! And you hear that sound? That's not a happy sound. That's the sound of the Marauders. Up in the hills. So basically there's like these tribal hill folk, I guess, that live on Mars. It's not really explained very well, like what they are. They're definitely human, like they speak English and everything, but they run around. The best way that I could talk about it is maybe in terms of like Fallout, they're like the tribal peoples, where they've just kind of lived on Mars naturally, I guess, which sort of begs the question. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot here to survive off of. But whatever, it's been terraformed, they're living here off the land. They have a selection of weapons that you can't get from the Eddies. They've got a couple of weapons that are actually pretty neat. They've got like disc throwers and some other weapons that can be fun and like one-shot the enemy. However, it's difficult to keep ammunition in stock for a lot of their guns. So before you decide to use one, just bear that in mind. It might be a little troublesome. Got a guy over here. I'm gonna blow this up while I'm sitting here, I guess. That was... that right there, that's a strut that knows how to take its own weight. Get down here. There's more scrap to be had. Break apart, you. Oh, it almost wiped that guy out. That would have been awesome. I was waiting to see if maybe it would just like take him out and injure him. Really? Okay, so we're back on the grid, but the good news is that we are right by our home base, so it's not really that big of a deal. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Yeah, get the hell out of the car. Get out. Go. Okay, so I'm going to try and disengage actually right here, and we're going to go straight back to base. I'm going to show you one of our headquarters. This is the one that we'll probably be using for most of our playthrough. The northern one tends to be a little bit more useful than the southern one. The northern one comes with one of these SUVs right here, but it has like double guns on the front, which is really, really good for running down couriers, just in case you end up doing that sort of thing. And so there it is, back to the dust. Safe house. I think for now what we want to focus on is maybe... well... let's call it... Let's take a look at our stats right now. So we've lowered control a little bit. We've got morale way up though, so we might actually have people backing us up if we keep ourselves under trouble. We don't have enough salvage to buy anything, so I think instead what we'll do is we'll probably just bail on out of here. Yeah, here's the SUV with the double guns. This thing right here, I call it the Beetlebug. The Beetlebug is a murder machine. This thing is really, really awesome. It doesn't overheat very fast, too. Like, you can actually put some serious amounts of lead into any target that unfortunately runs across your reticle. Let's have a look at the map and see what objectives are close. We've got this guy right here who has a safe house invasion. Might be a little bit risky at where we're at on this map right now, but I think I'll give it a go. The safe houses tend to have a lot of windows and things that really sort of sabotage you when you're trying to rescue people. Weirdly enough, the EDF do not build any of their military installations out of, like, bulletproof materials. It's like, eh, shoot out our windows, we don't care.
Commander sent a demolition squad up to the wind farm, but they got caught. Mason, you gotta get him out.
Okay, and so you heard the lady, we gotta get him out. The game's imperative. Compels us, I guess? I don't know. I suppose I would rather be compelled than propelled if I had to pick between the two. Although being propelled can be pretty fun too. Like, I was on this little launcher thing this one time when I went to the lake, where you like went down it like a slip and slide and then it threw you into the lake, like up into the air. It was pretty awesome. It was pretty gangster. So being propelled can be kind of awesome given the proper I suppose as long as you're lubed up properly. Let's go over, and I know there's a bunch of crystals over there. I'll get them later. We're going to go over to the wind. Oh, they were captured in the wind farm. Okay. And so we need to park a vehicle around here. Like right there. And then what I want to do is create a new exit. Wow, that guy had a tough... Killed both of them with the explosives, which will wipe out the wall. Oh, the first hostage is not in there. Okay, typically the first hostage is in that room. I was wrong. Let's go ahead and reload. We'll breach this real fast. We'll get rid of him. Oh, they're both in this room. Okay, I wasn't aware that could happen. Okay, so we're going to rescue both these guys. And now that we are semi-safe, what I'm going to suggest is that we need to jump in this vehicle over here. So I'm going to try and get this wall out of the way so that they can fit. We're going to jump into this vehicle. Always try and use the EDF vehicles when you're rescuing people. Did we lose a guy? Where's he at? Come on, get in the vehicle, man. We're only so armored. We can only do this for so long. Come on. There we go. And once they start the animation, you can take off. Just something to remember. This truck, though, comes with extra armor. Anything you get from one of your... Oh, they put down... Okay. So we've got ourselves nasty, ugly little checkpoints, too. Awesome. At least they don't have spike strips or anything, so that's good. The tires in this game cannot be shot out. It's not like Grand Theft Auto or whatever you can shoot out people's tires. They should be perfectly fine. And as far as the tires look, they look pretty beefy anyways. Like they might be some of those solid tires like the police use, so... Oh, tell me I didn't just flip my vehicle. Son of a bitch. Alright, everybody out. Damn it. I love this car. Oh, we can flip it back up. Oh, they're still here. Everybody in. Everybody out! And they should stop chasing us like the second we get in here for some arbitrary reason. In fact, I think they despawn. That's the funny part, is they just vanish. Alright, so we've rescued another guerrilla group. And so we should get a... Did we get a reward for that one? Yeah, we did. We got ourselves proximity mines, just in case you want to booby trap stuff. I may play around those this side towards the sky. That seems like really... Like, I always read that on the front of Claymores. On Claymore mines, it's like, this end out. Like, it's very important that you put this end out. Like, if you do not put this side facing the enemy, you've basically messed up the only thing you really need to know about this Claymore. The one thing you need for it to be functional. I still hear gunshots. Are we being shot at? Or are people having target practice in here? Oh, they're having target practice. Maybe? This guy over here, I forget his name, but he's hilarious.
I know I put those explosives somewhere.
Yeah, this guy over here, he has a couple missions where you tag along with him. He's a demolitions guy like me, and he's pretty humorous. Some of his he has some quotables. He has some definite quotables. Let's reload on everything that we're going to need. And that rescue operation went surprisingly well. Typically that gets a whole lot more juicy before it gets better. And so having been able to spare at least a ton of blood loss, we didn't lose any of the hostages, which is good. Usually you lose at least like one of them. At least I do. I almost always lose like one. Let's grab that right there. Okay, so that it's not looking at me while I'm running around. We've got 24 ore deposits found, and I think we've got time for like maybe another guerrilla action. I'm not sure. I don't really know what I want to accomplish right now, and so whenever I think about that, it's time to open up the map and just have a look around. I think I'm going to go, that's a little bit far. Let's go to that one right there. That one's looking close enough to where we can get it done by the end of the episode. So jumping in a little bit closer. This vehicle's a little bit beat up. I do wish that maybe you can park it in the garage and get it repaired, but I'll take my risks. It's a good vehicle for any of the extractions or guerrilla missions you're going to be doing. Try not to use the civilian versions. The civilian versions, in my experience, I don't know. The civilian versions just get shot up too easily, especially those little guys right there. Those things are just bullet soaks. I think the second that a bullet goes in one of those things, it's almost like driving a Nova. I'm pretty sure that thing's made out of mostly nitroglycerin and explosives. So just don't do it. Just don't do it. Over here, we've got a pretty good mining area, actually. Let's run around and grab ourselves some extra black crystal. I don't know why I enjoy jump swinging my hammer so much, but there's something about jumping, then swinging the hammer that just makes it better. I don't know, it gives it like a action movie. I don't know if I feel like doing a courier right now. It's in the middle of the wind farm, which makes it pretty risky. The wind farm gets reinforced really fast, and the downside about the wind farm is it's like a flat open field where there's no buildings. Like, there's a couple of buildings, but if you get yourself fired on from every direction, it's going to be difficult to find your way to a place where you can get, you know, the projectiles away from your collective asses. Alright, so this is a raid. The raids are a little bit interesting. So basically what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to blow up a location. We get to bring a couple of homies with us, we ride out, and hopefully once we get there we don't get slaughtered like animals. I'm not trying to, you can say don't be a hero, but I'm going to be real honest with you right now. There's only like 4 of us, and there's going to be like 700 of them, so I can virtually guarantee you that every single one of us is going to have to engage in some act of heroism. At least one of us is going to have to die. I don't want to bum anybody out right now, but I'm thinking that each one of us has a pretty low percentage chance of survival. Oh, I know what this place is. Okay. Oh, they're already raiding the place. So let's go ahead. And I'm actually going to... Let's pull the truck in right here. And I'm going to use it as a breaching weapon to kill some of these little guys. It auto-targets, if you were wondering. So we don't have to worry about doing any of the targeting. It just, like, shoots in the direction that the enemy is all by its natural self. Which is a really good design decision because... frankly, I don't like aiming things, so if the game can do it for me, aimbots away, who cares? No shame here. We've already got them down. Oh, they're reinforcing, so I thought we had killed a lot of them already, but I'm going to clear out the building in here. I think our goal is to blow up this building, too, afterwards. I'm pretty sure this is a tactical location that we're supposed to destroy at a certain point. I think they're all now behind the building, and so what I want to do is make a window right here. Here, you guys get out of the way. I don't want to kill my own guys. Actually, oh, no, get out of the thing. Oh, jump on the cow. There it is. Yeah, get some. Let the barrel cool down for a minute. They just walked into a slaughter zone. Okay, and so what I want to do now is blow a hole in this back window so that I can reasonably engage with these guys. I'm sorry, in this back wall. It was a wall, now it's a window. And it's kind of funny how easy it is to make that phase change, isn't it? Just knock a hole in it and all of a sudden, it's now a window. Oh, damn it. Right when I leave. Let's go back up and I'm going to use the 30 cal. I think we're gathering a little. This kind of begs a grenade right now. Oh, you guys killing me right now. So you are obviously first. Hiding behind my own vehicle. Thinking that I won't shoot it. Believe me, man, I get free auto body work. I will shoot my own car all day long. Oh no, point blank 30 cal. Okay, or whatever those things are. That's what I'm calling them from now on. Oh, they're blowing up the building now. Okay, so I don't have to do it. That's good. Save me a little bit of trouble. Let's find some of the crates around here that we can blow up because I know there's going to be things that we can destroy. So obviously we've got this little piece of wind farm over here. We'll start blowing this up along the way, even though it does have the increased chance of raising our alarm level now that we're... How did I miss that?
Wind farm supplies power to EDF facilities. Bring down their turbines to drive them out.
Okay, there goes a turbine. they may reinforce this location, but I'm feeling pretty reassured. Wow, that was like a chain reaction of awesome. It's like we were playing Mousetrap with explosives. Was Mousetrap a game that anybody ever finished? Like, I don't know anybody that's ever actually completed a game of Mousetrap. It's kind of like completing a game of Monopoly. It takes like half the fun of the game is just setting the whole thing up, and then eventually I think everybody gets bored and they just spring the trap because nobody wants to finish the game. So I think these are, I don't know. It's got a guy like shoveling, I'm not sure, like pissing trapezoids or something. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be. It's not an objective though, so I guess I just blew up. Is it an outhouse? Did I just blow up the outhouse? Oh, I did. I just blew up the outhouse. Now I feel like a dick. Oh well. It's kind of a shitty thing to do, but whatever. Let's knock the legs from under this thing. And it should... Oh, it's already knocked out. Never mind. Well then, that's a problem already solved. Where's the other one then? I thought there was another wind turbine over here. There is. There it is. So let's wipe out this wind turbine. The only place I let my success go is to my tummy, because I eat a lot of celebratory ice cream. Yeah, I figured they'd reinforce eventually. They have nothing to scare me with over here, though. I got crew.
An EDF courier is transporting weapon specs, and we need that information. Track him down.
Yeah, he's also going the opposite direction, so other things to think about before you send me on these dumb missions. Oh well, let's get out of here. I'm gonna jump in this truck, we'll go back to base maybe, and I think that's where we'll call it an episode. Let's drive out. I'll see if I can run down the courier. I don't know if I can get him, but we'll try. We're causing a lot of chaos and havoc in this location, so I think we're doing a pretty good job for ourselves. Nah, the courier's already gone, unfortunately. So now my goal becomes grabbing all this scrap off the ground. Let's get this stuff. Yeah. Kind of a scrappy way to spend an evening, but you know what? We need all of the scrap we can get, and there's a little piece right there. Alright, that one extra scrap will someday add up to something that we really, really want. Let's go back to base, I guess. Oh, we're on green alert. So I guess I'm totally safe to end the episode right now. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcast for the next episode of Red Faction Guerrilla. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and as always, hi-do.